It is show day for our client Maddie, and we are getting our lives together, walking dogs.
Second high day in a row for me, so
Connor's eating
I'm enjoying some
today. Food. And then we are headed to Orlando for an OCB show, and they run it much differently than the NPC, so she doesn't go on until 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. So we get an afternoon in Orlando where we get to lift with another one of my clients. Gonna vlog and take video of a little bit of that because he's a bit of a monster. Then we get to get her on stage, have a good day, and then get a sushi date. So
sushi.
Today's gonna be a bodybuilding centric day, and this chick and I get to go on a date.
We like a date. Say hi, booty. Say hi, shit. Oh my goodness, it's a perfect potato. Alright, we're gonna go walk the girlies and walk the boy to Dunkin' Donuts because he gets a muffin, pre-workout.
Yesterday was a little sketchy. I pulled up to Dunkin' and they were like, oh, let me check if I have the right muffin.
Because we waited till 3 o'clock. We live right next to a Dunkin', which has not come in handy until this very last week. Me is in prep. My cravings get like trashier and trashier as the months go on. So like I'll start by like wanting really random things, and it's never something that I eat on a regular basis. Like every prep I want a pot pie. Couldn't tell you last time I've eaten one. Never once have taken action on getting one. But by like peak week, I'm like, I really just want Doritos and a coffee culotta. He told me no. I would also take a big bag of Sour Patch Kids. I think I would have a freaking heart attack from the amount of sugar. It's two babies on a walk. Connor's giving Summer's wet dream in high school. Yeah, it works for you. America might not run on Dunkin', but Tampa runs on Dunkin'. Our dogs are like hyper obsessed with Connor, and so they can't be focused on anything other than that door until he comes out, and then they're gonna lose his fucking minds. The girls are very happy to see you.
I'm not happy to see that.
Oh my goodness. What do you have? What kind?
Coffee cake muffin.
Nice.
Pre-workout was chicken, honey, with hot sauce.
Yesterday he put his remaining muff crumbs in his bowl of chicken.
It was good.
I fully believe that, honestly.
Cinnamon sugar on top of honey buffalo chicken.
You used to having a camera in your face.
No, that's not as the white started popping in the elevator.
I am making my bone broth, and then I'm going to do red light therapy. Connor is
I'm gonna sit down and work.
working and packing meals. Then we're getting on the road around 10 o'clock. It's only 7:40, so we have some time. I'm gonna go lift at Iron Religion and persuade Connor to get me many bean waters today.
Probably too many.
Probably too many, he said. So a girl's got to be happy. He knows the success formula. Happy wife, happy life. Happy condolingus. Right, babe?
Yes. That is me.
We are going downstairs so that I can get some red light therapy in. I just have some meals to pack up, really, and then I'm going to pack a emergency stage mom kit. I usually bring like translucent powder, eyeliner, or lip liner, extra gloss, extra makeup sponges, hairspray, Protan, mitt, all the things that could potentially be needed. And we're gonna get Maddie on stage and fed and happy and hopefully with some hardware. So it's her first show ever. We only picked her up a couple weeks ago, so we're excited that she is local enough that we can go see her in person today. And yeah, one of the nice things about bodybuilding in Florida is there's shows every weekend and you have a slew of options, and we're nice and close and nearby, and we like to be there to support. So that's the plan, but we move in a couple weeks, and honestly, I'm so excited to be in St. Pete, but truly nothing beats just being able to walk downstairs and get coffee and groceries, and this is the most city I've ever lived in, and it's been a really fun experience. Midtown gets pretty quiet at night, so it's not like we get the hustle and bustle of a normal city.
Their ability to build a megaphone may have been accused promotions and partnerships served as tangible proof throughout this book is that Apple was so disciplined in how they did things.
You don't get a pen and paper?
Now.
Oh, that's kind of ghetto.
Sign out. You can look at it here.
Yay.
That's me.
We're doing it. One down.
One to go.
We're doing Tampa and Texas. That's that.
That's one.
Loop. You're like, hey, so I decided to.
Yesterday, you in electronics is the one thing in this world that gives me the most ick and anxiety.
Well, as long as I'm making you on your toes.
Make me feel something.
She's just a baby. You here helping Daddy sign contracts? Two bodybuilders leave the house for 8 hours.
Yo, it's full cooler.
Full cooler, content bag, purse, gym bag, extra protein.
Tiny, stupid fucking car.
Tiny car, stupid car, fuck the car. We don't actually hate the, well, yeah we do. We are off.
Yes.
Bodybuilding on the go. I give myself in 2019/2020/2021 a lot of credit because bodybuilding as a work from home bitch is a much different world than bodybuilding on a 10 to 6 bitch. Connor was a 7 to 3 bitch.
7 to 3 is where it's at. All you fucking blue collar workers, you guys know what that shift is. That's the best shift.
Yeah, I was always a little jealous when he was getting home as I was leaving for a bartending shift, but
Yeah, remember those days we didn't see each other often.
Yeah.
We saw each other at 7 a.m. and then like 11 p.m.
yeah, there was a point in time where Connor would wake me up at like 6-ish. We'd go walk, we'd get coffee, he'd drop me off at home, go to work, and then he'd walk in the door, kiss my forehead as I would leave for my shift. And I'd come home from my shift to him sleeping on the couch, I'd heat up his final meal, and then we'd curl into bed together and do it all again. We did that for like 6 months.
Those are some good times.
Yeah, longer than 6 months, but the morning walks subsided and turned into just coffee and fist fighting at stoplights.
Mostly.
We had one light that we always fought at, and it like literally didn't matter. Like we would pull up to the light and no, like something would occur. Always. It became the light. Dutch Bros in Fort Collins, and then Mugs and
Dutch Bros when we were
Mugs.
so naive and drinking 600 calorie
Sugar-free
drinks.
Yeah, so a little pro tip for anyone who's a Dutch Bros folk. They're sugar-free syrups, or like I guess I should say sugar-free sauces, so like chocolate, white chocolate, caramel. They are maybe sugar-free, but they are not calorie-free, so those cutie little drinks you guys are drinking are like 25 carbs per serving, and you know, some fats as well.
Yeah, fun fact, what was that, 2022? I had a client who was drinking those
Twice a day because they were so good.
With 3 scoops of sugar-free whatever flavoring. And I went onto the website and I did all the math. I was like, hey dude, you know you're consuming like 600 to 800 extra calories per day from those drinks. So, if you're in a contest prep, don't fuck that up.
You live and you learn, baby. Same as Professor Nuts arguing that their peanut butter is like 20 calories per serving. Guess fucking what? It's not. That shit's real fucking peanut butter macros, so y'all stay safe out there. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Alright, Connor's gonna get me bean water and we're gonna get on the road now.
Transparency conversation I was having with Summer here.
Ew.
My wife.
You never called me by my name. That's
The fucking internet. What am I supposed to call you? I was having this conversation with this dumb blonde over here.
Much better.
Talking about the mental shift that I experienced, and weirdly enough, there's no merit to this genuinely, but I turned 30, and leading up to turning 30, there was a lot of mental back and forth going on for me. And leading up to my 30th birthday, I just constantly told myself, like, when you turn 30, shit has to change. And I don't know why. It just in my head, it was like, okay, this is a mile marker. You're no longer a fucking child. You've learned how to be an adult.
You're a husband.
Now I'm a husband. And the one thing, or a few things have resonated a lot lately, but one thing that I think is going to be extremely beneficial to anyone listening is the thought process, the commitment, and the benefits that come from keeping promises you make to yourself. And listening to audiobooks lately, more self-development podcasts, and some individuals on TikTok. And confident direction of this is you build internal confidence and belief in yourself by keeping the promises you make to yourself. You reflect and say, there were a lot of promises in my 20s I did not keep to myself. And by no means was it a detriment, but did it get me further forward where I wanted to go? No, it definitely didn't. So moving forward, everything in my mentality and my action taking is genuinely going to be from the direction of keeping the promises I make to myself. And for anyone listening to this, I implore you to, and I challenge you to take action and just try that on a single day-to-day basis. And it doesn't have to be anything extreme. It doesn't have to be life-altering. But the small promises you make for yourself to do better in whatever metric you need or want to do better in, start keeping those promises you make to yourself and watch how confidence and your internal self-belief changes. I think that will lead so many to such a fulfilling and higher level of living that give it a shot.
Another thing I feel like I'm constantly talking to my clients about as of late is like the promises they keep to themselves, because obviously when they sign up for coaching, it's almost always following like whatever rock bottom is in that moment. Like, these pair of pants no longer fit me, they fit me 2 weeks ago, or my sleep is just getting worse and I actually cannot function anymore, and whatever the case may be. I'm 6 months without a cycle, and I realize that that's not only affecting my current health, but it's affecting my ability to get pregnant in the future, or whatever the hell it is. And then when they have a really bad week, I'm just like, so are these the promises you made to yourself when you were at rock bottom? Because it's so easy to start seeing like the upward shift of like, okay, things are getting better, we have momentum, like now I can fuck off a little bit. And the thing I don't think people realize is you essentially have to like earn the fucking off. Like, when me and Connor can go have like a weekend where we don't eat or do really anything on plan, we've established a foundation over 6 and 10 years that you guys want, but you've been working with your coach for 8 weeks. Like, you haven't earned that yet. You don't just get a free meal out the gate or a weekend off or 4 weeks of not hitting your steps and then look at it and go, well, the plan doesn't work. The plan only works if you follow it. And like, for most of you don't even give it enough time for your body to create that muscle memory to like snap back to where you want to be.
Fully agree. All right, so this one's an important one, and this is going to go off of what Summer just said there in that most recent clip, and this is something I'm definitely going to probably redo in a few other videos for TikTok and Instagram, but something I think that needs to be said, that has to be said from me, and my words alone, is that I fucked up, and it's my fault. And I fucked up, and it's my fault that I have let down so many individuals who follow me and who aspire to work with us as coaches, or who aspire to live a higher level of living, or a healthier lifestyle, or a bodybuilding lifestyle. I've portrayed myself on social media as being able to live a very balanced life, continue to look a certain way, continue to maintain a certain metric of health, and most of what I exuded to the outside world was either balance or the comfortable acceptance of quitting, or just being in comfort. And it's a fact. Comfort is the killer of success. And I've portrayed that far too much for far too long. And for the individuals who see that and saw that and they're like, oh cool, I want to work with Coach Connor and work with Pivotal because I can get that balance. The harsh reality is you don't get the balance that I portray, that we get to live, because just as Summer said in the most recent clip, 6 years and 8 years of commitment and living a lifestyle that allows for balance. So if you're looking to work with a coach, you're looking to work with my team at Pivotal, if you're looking to work with me, please understand, I am going to push you to work as hard as necessary and for as long as necessary to achieve that balance. But by no means whatsoever is that balance achieved quickly. You
have to learn it.
Yeah,
so from me to everyone watching this, yeah, I'll take fault. I showed you guys balance when reality is I should have been showing you guys hard, committed work.
But I'll add to that, because even when Connor's living balance for him was still 5 to 6 meals a day, 5 lifts per week, steps, water, supplements. He doesn't miss 90% of the foundation, and then it's maybe, oh, I had an extra meal. Oh, I had a thing out. Oh, I had whatever, a cookie. It's not, and I can reflect on myself, like, there's, even when I was like at my lowest, I wasn't eating. There was a very long period of time where my job was so stressful. I would eat like the typical American girl, like 1 iced coffee would get me to 3 o'clock, and then I'd eat like sushi at 8 p.m. and go to bed. Girl dinner. A lot of times it was girl dinner. It was like tabbouleh and pita chips and a chicken nugget from Trader Joe's. I went through a phase. And when I was doing that, like, Connor was still sitting down eating 6 bodybuilding meals a day. And the reality was, like, he had no intention of getting back into bodybuilding. He was just doing that because it's ingrained in him. So his version of balance, like, even when he was quote unquote fucking off a little bit, 90% of it was still very fundamentally what we're trying to instill in our clients.
Big fact. Extremely real. And these are the conversations I hope more of you listen in on and pay attention to and learn from. Because just as Summer said, I was on the ball 90 to 95% of the time, where 5 to 10% was balance and comfort.
And cookies.
Where most individuals would look at my day-to-day lifestyle, 90% adherence, and think that's too much hard work. But it's not. It's a habit you build for yourself. And let me tell you, you don't want to view this as temporary solution. You want to view this as lifestyle and habit changes that last for decades to come, not just in the short-term time frame.
And with that being said, a lifestyle that's going to carry you for 10, 20, 30, 50 years is not established in 90 days. So you guys want these quick fixes, but you've been eating fast food and shit in 1 meal a day, and your cortisol's at 36, and you've been like this for a decade, and you guys think that, oh, it's a light switch, I just like fix it tomorrow and I'll be good as new at the end of the month. It doesn't work like that. You literally have to put the time in. Again, it's literally pay your dues, and eventually, yeah, you can get there, but you're not going to establish a full lifestyle change and habit changes in a quick clip. It just doesn't work that way. My client, you know, you've seen on your protocols a little note that reminds you next to your free meal, you know, you have 1 free meal per week, or whatever the case may be. Some people, that varies. That 1 free meal is not going to hinder your progress the same way eating 1 spinach salad is not going to make you lean tomorrow. So it is the building blocks. It is doing those things repetitively, week over week over week over month over year, and that is what is going to establish the dream physique, the mindset, whatever it is that you're looking to accomplish, because not everyone we come to is coming to us with an aesthetics goal. So just some food for thought. Just bodybuilding things.
What, muffin crumbs on top of my chicken? Yeah.
Boom. Just like that.
Yo, we're en route now to the show venue. Got ourselves a little lift at a gym that I don't speak highly of, but sucks is probably much more accurate.
I could be meaner.
The gym, went to GNC, grabbed our client a quick supplement restock because she ran out of some vitamin C, and now we are en route to the venue.
We've never been to this venue, so it'll be a
different experience for us.
Yeah, I figure the NPC could take notes from the OCB though, because they literally time slot the divisions to like the minute, and they do prejudging and finals all in one shot, and so you know exactly when you're getting on stage and you know exactly when you're going to be done. Kind of freaking nice, because
I'd say so.
I've lost many of hours laying around backstage that I don't think I'll ever get back.
Lots of hurry up and wait, folks. Lots of hurry up and wait.
But yeah, got my show day mom emergency kit. and we're gonna go rock and roll, baby. Right?
Yeah, buddy.
Off because, you know, Orlando driving is scarier than Tampa, believe it or not.
I got something good to say. That's part of the clip for me. All right, so this sports teams, and you loved every player on that team. You had the baseball cards, the basketball poster, whatever sport it was. You loved it, you watched it, you obsessed over it. You had a basketball, you had the poster, like I said. And here's the thing. You probably tried to get good at that sport between the age of 15 and 20. If you loved it enough and you tried to get good at it, you tried to improve at it, you tried to go to college for it, or maybe play in the pros, whatever it might be. Bodybuilding is no different. However, it's a sport that you would more often than not find your interest in later in life, not at 5 years old. So, if you're a 20-year-old hopping into the sport of bodybuilding and you want to be a bodybuilder, my best advice to you, and something I think needs to be standardized amongst coaches and athletes, follow the sport. I have worked with so many bodybuilders over the years that I'll have conversations with and like, oh, I don't know about that show. I don't know about that athlete. I don't know about how any of it works. Yet they come to me and have aspirations to win a bodybuilding show or turn pro in bodybuilding or be good at bodybuilding. Yet
They don't even know what the Olympia is.
they don't know what the Olympia is. They don't know what a qualifier is. They don't know who the athletes are, who the judges are. They know nothing. They don't even open YouTube to try and learn. They don't listen to podcasts to try and keep up on the present times of the sport. Me to you, if you want to be a bodybuilder, if you want to be good at bodybuilding, if you want to win, if you want to become a pro, go follow the sport and go prove to yourself and to those around you, and especially your coach, that you actually care and want this. Because the clients I tell you right now who are like, oh, I don't know about that. Well, I don't know about that athlete. I don't know about that show. I don't know how about this works. I don't pay attention to bodybuilding. I don't coach a lot of them anymore because they don't bodybuild anymore because they're not bodybuilders. So, what are you?
A couple of weeks ago, after Universe, a girl posted in a Bikini Wellness Figure Facebook group asking for the names of the judges to email for judges' feedback. And I replied and said Sandy and Tyler. And she told me that my comment was unhelpful, which is literally the most insane thing ever because it literally doesn't get any more specific than that.
You people who might not know, Sandy and Tyler are two of the most prestigious judges.
Bodybuilding.
They are bodybuilding. But they're two of the most prestigious judges to look towards and communicate with
anything.
Especially for feedback. And if you actually want to get good at this sport, you want to turn pro, I promise you, you'll be stepping on stage in front of one of them at least once. So you should familiarize yourself.
So my very unhelpful comment giving the top two judges in the country is so unhelpful that like goes to show how even at the highest level for amateurs. A little rice checks and chicken. Sure it is. Looks fire. I'm sure you are. Nice.
135 reaches.
Sunshine.
Here we go, on our ride home. Madeline's off stage on her way to Cheesecake Factory. Let me tell you, 2 5th place finishes, not what we came for, but we had a 5-week prep together, so we made some magic happen. I'll be posting the transformation photo up. And the one thing that we came off stage confident knowing, she belongs in wellness. That's our goal for next time, and we have a lot of work to do before we get there, between an actual off season, making sure labs are in a good spot, and then setting us up for a real successful prep that's not just a 5-week turnaround from poor coaching. So it was a good day. Happy about it, happy with how she feels and how she looked.
Yeah.
Now we know there's room for more improvement, which is exactly what we're going to do when we come back to the drawing board and get back to work this week.
And she is excited more than anything to jump into wellness and grow. And one of the topics of conversation was like, well, do you want to eat and train? Because she loves to train, and training would have to be less strong girl if she wanted to stay in bikini. So it'll be good for her.
Training will just be less all around.
Yeah, all things less. More pump, less
having to
lift.
shrink a physique is not nearly as fun as getting to actually bodybuild.
Yeah, all good things, all good juju. But we are gonna go get this guy some sushi because it's the second half of his free meal, or not free meal, I'm sorry, high day. And we are 13 days out, just like that. It's gonna be all good vibes. He's next. Next butt cheeks I get to tan are his, so.
Please and thanks.
Yeah. But I think that's it, folks. I'm sure we'll yap more. Bye.
Money, money, making crap for money.